2 100s and 94. I'm going back to the 70s on. Sorry.
Well, good morning! I bring you all greetings from the wonderful country of Afghanistan. Here today, like always, as you noticed from last week, I'm going to introduce myself once again. I am Sergeant First Class Angelo Johnson. I'm originally from Miami, Florida, in the Army, been for about 14 years. Today's class, getting straight into it, is going to be on how to read music or musical notes. What I will demonstrate today is both the treble clef, which is considered to be the G clef, as well as the bass clef. And hopefully throughout this class, there will be a couple of questions or probably hand raises, so that way I'm sure that you all, my students, you're tracking. Glad to have you. Let's begin. Okay, anytime you're reading music, you got to first understand 5 basic principles, which one being 5 staffs, and we call them the music staff. So fairly decent. Here I am, I'm just drawing 5 lines. And we're going to first begin with the treble clef, which is the G clef. Then I'll draw my symbol for the treble clef. And notice that I end this point here, very significant. The reason being, it will tell you that will be the actual G clef. Now, what we're going to remember, acronym. I told you we have 5 lines, correct?
Yes. Yeah, cool.
And 4 spaces. Now, the way you remember this is that from the beginning, starting with the very first line, it's an acronym called Good Boys Do Fine Always. So that would be G, B, D, as you were. Jumping ahead of myself. But every good boy does fine. And in the middle, which are the 4 spaces, would be, you'll spell out the word face, F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. Now, the way we're going to do this, we're going to start dealing with the C note. Some of you might get confused because this note here is actually up underneath the actual treble clef. This will be the note C. As I go up, being that you know this line here is E, okay, the next note, dealing with the C chord, will be the note D. Okay, that's self-explanatory, correct? It sure is. Now we're moving up the scale. E, F, G, A, B, C. There you have it. E for every, skipping the note. G for good, B, boy, and D. I can take it all the way up, so we're going to write that in. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then we'll just add that other D in there for some of you. Now, that there is how we read the actual treble clef or the G clef. Now we're going to move along to the actual bass clef for those musical scholars that are out there. Once again, what is the first thing we want to ensure that we have what? How many lines?
5.
Exactly! You guys are on point! 5 lines, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the symbol for the bass clef is a little different than the actual treble clef. The way we started, pretty much a dot, and then all you doing is just back level. Almost like a little backward halfway C or half of a heart. Now the way we read this, with these 5 lines, good boys do fine always. Okay, so that's G, B, D, F, and A. And as for the musical notes that's in between, or the spaces, you would say all cows eat grass. A, C, E, and G. Now let's begin with the actual chord, or the notes. We'll start with the G being here. On the very first line, G. In between, you got space. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So we'll write that in. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, this is pretty much the basic concept of reading music. Now, just imagine this. You playing any musical instruments, you in a band, you in an orchestra, a symphony, and you have the music actually before you. Everyone is reading their own separate part of the music. Me, myself, being that I am a violinist, all my music will come from the G clef or the treble clef. This is the portion that I will read. Most lower string instruments such as the bass, the cello, possibly you got like a lot of the bass woodwind instruments or brass instruments such as the tuba and all this other concept. Clarinet is usually on the upper level scale. They will usually read the bottom notes. The same concept for singing. Those that are in middle range tones such as soprano, alto, whatnot, we're usually reading stuff from this category. And those with the lower registry reading this portion category. Now, hopefully we have the concept to that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to test you all to see how well your knowledge is. Did you retain any of the information? I hope you're paying attention out there. So that ensure that you all got this. How to read music. Alright, put on your thinking caps, everyone. Put on your thinking caps. Thinking cap is on. Alright. Here we go. How many lines do we have?
5.
Exactly, 5 lines. And we're going to start with our very first being the treble clef. What is the acronym for the treble clef dealing with concerning the lines?
Every good boy does fine.
Exactly. Wow, you guys are on it. Every good boy does fine. So, with that said, what note would that be?
E.
It sure would be E. You're all going to ace this test. Now, skipping over. What is our acronym for the spaces that are in?
Face.
That's right. Look at my face. Look at it. Face. F-A-C-E. Alright. What note would that be?
C.
Wow. Give yourselves a hand. Oh, silent clap, silent clap, silent clap. Over in Afghanistan. Okay, now let's try something different. Let's go down to the bass clef. Any Mozart fans out there?
You're at 10 minutes.
All right. What is the acronym for the staffing or the lines on the bass clap?
GBDEA.
Good boys do fine always. Outstanding. So we'll remember that. So, with that said, what note is that?
Alpha.
That's our military term, alpha, dealing with letters. But for those of you civilians that's out there, for you all it will be A. Alright, and dealing with the space. What is our acronym?
C. E.
Say it again?
All cows eat grass.
C, exactly. C. All cows eat grass. So, being that this was a block of instruction just to get you interested in music, those of you that might want to go into the realm of playing an instrument or the realm of maybe singing, if you got a voice, you know, I hope that you learned something very valuable. This stuff will take you real far because, as they say, us musical inclined people, we're very talented and we're very smart. So all my music fans out there, I want to thank you all for tuning in to Song First Class Johnson, How to Read Music, here in the wonderful country of Afghanistan. I look forward to seeing you next week.